I do apologize that, obviously this isn't, political. But as I've said before, I work in this sort of area and speciality, and I've said on the stream before, I've had a couple of people come to me who have sort of been clients or who I've known and said, well, now that Musk has bought Twitter and it seems to be essentially um literally a train that is on fire with no brakes and it has just gone zooming through the station. Um, do I even dare stay at the station, or at least maybe the next station, to see if this at least Twitter is still viable? And even I've said I don't know. I generally don't know which way Twitter is going to go, but to be honest, I'm certainly leaning towards the more fact that Twitter is going to um, absolutely catastrophe, if not a complete and utter downfall. And we have never seen, not since the days of MySpace, a social media site have such a fall from grace, especially one of like the big ones. Because when you think sort of social media, it's you instantly think of Twitter and that blue bird as their symbol. And one of the things I've said over and over again whenever we've covered this, sooner or later there is going to be a documentary about all this craziness, about all this nonsense, and I absolutely guarantee we haven't even heard half of the crazy stories that are going on in Twitter at this moment in time. But one thing I can guarantee that is certainly going to be part of this eventual sort of downfall of Twitter documentary, there will be a section called the Thursday Night Massacre. Because, oh my, oh my, oh my, has Elon completely gone off the rails and into the land of pure, complete, and utter ridiculousness? So we're going to go diving into this, but this is just such gloriousness. I really couldn't resist not eventually doing it. So like I say, guys, thank you very much as always for helping support the channel. Like I say, please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And of course, down below there are links to my Patreon page and one donation link called Buy Me Coffee, where you can buy me coffee. And of course, there's the YouTube thank you button, and of course there is the Pony Club as well. I also am on Twitter as well, still for the moment. But oh, yeah, this is what craziness that this is. But yeah, so this comes from Vice with the title of Elon Musk has had his most absurd, disturbing 24 hours at Twitter yet. So I don't even know if we want to go with the update. Yeah, actually, we'll come back to the update on this because it has been updated. But yeah, on Wednesday, Twitter chief Elon Musk banned accounts he said he would never would in order to protect free speech. He made up new rules to justify it, threatened legal action against a 20-year-old, and pontificated on how doxing is banned on the platform, then immediately posted a video doxing a man who had asked his one one to 1 million followers on Twitter to identify him. It was the most confusing, publicly violent series of events yet in the richest man's takeover of Twitter, which has been characterized by unmitigated chaos and the site transforming more and more into a bullhorn for its powerful owner. It began when Twitter banned the account at Elon Jet, which had just 500,000 followers and tweeted the automated updates about Musk's personal jet using legally publicly available aviation data. Now, remember that because there are a lot of people saying that what Elon Jet was doing was illegal. But remember, this information is publicly available and legal. So bear that in mind if if anyone comes onto the video trying to sort of justify that this was doxing in any way, shape, or form. But back to it. So anyone can request that the FAA not broadcast that data, which Musk has also done. The flight tracker site FlightAware told Motherboard previously Musk had said of the Elon Jet account, saying, quote, "My commitment to free speech extends even to not banning the account following my plane, even though that is a direct personal safety risk," he tweeted on November 6th. Musk has also said that he's against censorship that goes far beyond the law. And we said this when he first took over. There will just be a point where Musk cannot take it. Musk is one of easily the most thin-skinned people ever. And to be honest, I don't know if this will mention the Twitter Spaces conversation, but look it up. He gets the tiniest bit of pushback from journalists and he runs away. He has someone, question him and challenge him on what he is doing, and he instantly runs away. But that's Elon Musk. And one of the big things, and certainly one of the most positive things about this, is that this is really damaging in a good way, certainly. Elon Musk's huge brand that he had, that he was like this amazing, fantastical, Tony Stark-like character who was creating, even though he wasn't, he had engineers doing all that creation, creating all this, fantastic stuff, electric vehicles from the future, the the Hyperloop, which again, Thunderfoot has done some fantastic videos completely debunking Hyperloop and sort of how it won't work, at least what the ideas that Musk is putting forward. So yeah, and like I say, it's not just that. There are other sort of channels out there debunking other stuff that Musk has done and sort of put out in the past. But of course, he has a big fan base. But back to it. So the highly targeted ban against an account clearly annoying Musk and almost nobody else caused an immediate uproar, and it was followed by more bans. The personal account of the 20-year-old Elon Jet creator, Jack Sweeney, was also banned, and so were all of the other flight tracking accounts, including those that tracked Mark Zuckerberg and the Russian oligarchs. Twitter then retroactively added a new policy that banned accounts dedicated to sharing someone's live location. Musk then took to his personal account to launch a PR offensive. He said in a tweet, "Any account doxing real-time location of any info on anyone will be suspended. This is a physical safety violation." But that posting locations of someone traveling on a slightly delayed basis will be allowed. He then went on to claim that a crazy stalker in LA had blocked a car carrying his child X and jumped on the hood. He then posted a video of an unknown man and asked his 1.2 million followers if anyone recognized the person or the car driving it. In the video, the masked man was sitting in the car and he appears to say, "I'm not," while an unknown man films and replies, "Yet pretty sure." The man in the car then takes his own phone out and starts films back, asking, "What's your name?" The camera pans around to put his license plate in view. "Anyone recognizing this person or car?" Musk tweeted, offering no further context. It was a stunning and disturbing moment. The richest man in the world asking millions of rabid fans to identify an individual versus, say, going to the police is reckless and possibly dangerous behavior. It also flies in the face of his anti-doxing stance, even if it technically conforms to the new delayed locations only rule. Twitter also banned the sharing video of private individuals with the caveat that it could be, quote, newsworthy or relevant to the public discourse on important topics. The video Musk is clearly neither. He's then the boss now, and nobody is going to tell him otherwise. Musk's meltdown, which follows his public embarrassment where he was booed on stage at the Dave Chappelle show, showed that he had other troubling moments. He was publicly threatening legal action against the Elon Jet creator, Sweeney, and organizations who supposedly harmed to my family. Again, Sweeney was doing nothing more than sharing legally protected public information. The issue was that it bothered Musk. Musk is free to moderate his new platform as he wishes. That was the entire premise of Twitter's previous approach, which, for all its failings, typically followed a corporate bureaucratic process with many people giving input. As Musk's own Twitter files have now shown, now it is clear that Musk is running Twitter as his own personal fiefdom, playing Calvin ball with the rules, and his commitments to free speech and moderating within the law have gone out the window. Are we shocked? Are we surprised? No. This is what a lot of people were predicting to begin with. There are a lot of people out there who certainly follow Musk, a lot closely, like looking at like what he does and sort of criticizing him more openly. Certainly on YouTube, they were saying this was going to happen. That they were predicting this. They were saying, look, there will come a point where someone annoys Musk enough and they're gone. So we know this has happened, and obviously there's the whole Twitter space conversation. If you haven't seen that, that is insane. Like I say, you had all these sort of journalists asking him questions, holding him to account, and what does he do? He does a complete runner. But that's what happens when you hold someone to account who's never been said no to for at least 10, if not 20 years or so at this point. And Tesla stock is absolutely tanking because of it. And it's really interesting watching a lot of these, anti-Musk channels who've certainly been saying that this sort of purchase would hurt eventually Twitter because it's not a good PR look. And even they're saying, look, you're getting more and more of the big motor car companies getting involved in creating electric vehicles. And they are now starting to put out better cars than Elon Musk is. And trust me, there are a lot of accounts out there on YouTube that look at, shall we say, the interesting quirks, peculiarities, shall we say, of Tesla vehicles. And oh boy, there are certainly a lot. I'll tell you now, I would never buy a Tesla. That's for certain. Yeah. lots of very worrying things certainly in the case, and of course you've then got the many instances and cases of what has been going on for years at the factory where these cars get created by Musk. I certainly don't agree with any of those practices that have been certainly put forward that I've seen put forward by those channels over the past couple of years. So yeah, oh boy. Need to say, obviously, this is not the end, probably, but this is just yet another in the latest chapter of Twitter's continuing downfall. And like I say, eventually, when we get this movie, and oh boy, will there be a documentary about all this? There will be, that's for sure. There will be a section in it all about this called The Thursday Night Massacre. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And, of course, down below, there are links to my Patreon page and a one-off link called Buy Me a Coffee, where you can buy me coffee. And, as always, thank you very much to all those people who do help and support the channel. Like I say, Patreon page, Buy Me a Coffee. There's the YouTube thank you link, and, of course, the Pony Club down below as well. And, as always, guys, we'll see you all next time.